some fucking noise! We are here at Off the Square, about to get into a one-round battle. On the right-hand side, representing, and he's the manager of Riot Club. Make some noise for Sam Hype! And on the left-hand side, from Manchester, representing Team Venom, Manchester, make some noise for Caveman! Manchester! Decided off camera, it's round one. Caveman, let's go.
I build a rhythm and then we dance around it. From Claremont Road out to the Atlas Mountains. But from Wally Range out to Harper Hay, to the deepest depths of darkest space, I have never seen anything half as bait as Sam Hype's trying to flog half a broken toaster on Facebook Marketplace. This is Sam Hyper, a whack rhymer with the skin tone of a vampire. We got gout, rickets and angina and the sunny This is Sam Hyper, a whack rhymer with the skin tone of a vampire. We got gout, rickets and angina and the sunny disposition of an out of work cab driver. Sam Hyper, union rep for the local bagheads. Chills at the bus stop for the social aspects. Every plan he ever made, he said, I think it's best we call it off. Every time he got in laid, he said, I know it's not much, but it's all I've got. If you turn the lights on in his house, all you'll see is cockroaches scatter away. If he takes that hat off right now, all you'll see is nits doing exactly the same. You are disgusting, bro. Whole vibe, placky teeth and unmade beds. Buys his dandruff in bulk because it just makes sense. You are disgusting, bro. Wait till you got a build up of earwax, then builds up his earwax. You are disgusting, bro. Plus you seem stupid. He didn't have time to record the diss track, so he faxed over the sheet music. You seem stupid. Kind of guy to make a bad decision then try and act the victim. His version of political activism is hanging a Union Jack outside his window on the off chance the Roman legions come back to Britain. You seem stupid, bro. Chilling outside that funeral home, whiffing lines out the ash urn. Who am I to judge? Life's hard. Evidently yours took a bad turn. He even joined a gang, the Accrington Crips, and now he has to spell his neighbourhood as Clackern, because this is Sam Hyper. This is Sam Hyper, a humble lad from Blackburn, Lancashire, who does battle rap weekenders to London, Sheffield, Manchester. But while most of us want to get our bars off, go for a scran or get the pints in, Sam here is soaking up the local culture, expanding his horizons. He's guidebook flipping and turning maps. He's been to local monuments and Turkish baths. He's been to food festivals, tasted root vegetables. The only problem being these days he looks down on the Lancashire boys, calls them a bunch of dirty rats. Like, you lot have been sat in pub burning fags. I've been up the museum, learning facts. You are a pretentious dimwit, and it reminds me of my favourite film, The Lord of the Rings, if you can see what I say. Because Sam got a taste of a bigger world and now we're back in the Shire, but it don't quite feel the same. But I got a clever plan, I got a steady hand. Bun a bag, I stick his body in a septic tank. With all the other pieces of shit that you meld into as you very slowly cease to exist. I got a clever plan. See, I don't think we've pursued every avenue in BI yet. Not just views on the channel, I mean PRS. See, when it comes to this rapping thing, I'm known to roll with a strategy like DRS, and he'd understand that. He's a businessman, runs his own garage. I said, let's get together, pattern up a business plan. He brung his own cabbage, which was very kind of you. But let's be honest, bro, you are a boring old man. Raptor couldn't make it to the draft, so they decided to let you have a go. Bloodstro told me to prep earlier, improve on my flow. You told your team when you were their age you had to walk 20 miles to school in the snow. You were boring, old man. Man, fuck the moves you make with the Riot Club. Fuck the gruel you ate in your childhood. Fuck your custom business card that says Sam Hyper, best manager since Brian Clough. You were boring. Do you know what? I can't even disrespect this guy. Because over the years, I've rarely seen the music industry break rappers down, and he come out of it standing tall. You do an amazing live show. He even planned the tour. I'm talking production managers, sound engineers, a live band and all. Oh, you didn't know? Humble boast. This is the star of Lancashire's #1 Sean Paul tribute act. Sam DePaul. Sam DePaul. I rate it, bro. I can't even hate. His critics call it cultural appropriation. In Sam's words, I don't really care what people say. I don't really watch what they want to do. But there is no need to cry, because it's only a joke. Sam's the coldest rapper of all time. That's why he's known as the Scrope. That's me. Peace, everybody.
This year I'm only catching bodies, and they put Caveman in Sam's way. So I watched all your shit. You've been talking it, leaving nothing but a bad taste. And yeah, you say you from round here, but that don't make the facts change. That PB my home from home, and I'm so comfy I got this man cave. You want facts? I'm using you to knock off Russ, bro. Honestly, just shooting past you. There is nothing in your arsenal stopping this. I watched you battle live, stumbling against novices. I was working you out there, breaking you down, just studying cave like speleology. I watched all your shit to Danielson, then finished it, and couldn't tell apart a single fucking round when listening. No crazy punchline, nothing stand out. Every battle missing them. In this day and age, the Caveman still surviving on bare minimum. But this ain't the time or place for you to try those type of games. You will never find a way of ever putting hypes to shame. The difference clear, it's night and day. Trying to take the heat's a right mistake. I knew that Caveman's life had changed the minute he tried to light the flame. I'm amazed you want to make me cross my guy. I had to cross you off a list you wasn't on. Why try? Now you'll be cross with yourself that you crossed that line. Until you crossed my path, you didn't cross my mind. You just stumbled on the scene. Somehow think we in the same class when your history lessons learnt. Caveman's days past. They said I should have picked you for Riot Club. You was never part of my game plan when I needed a team of guys who were real. Tell me, why would I want to captain Caveman? No one views you as a challenge or even a small threat. If you're what battle rap has coming, then there is no hope left. I'm here to shield the fans from the trash you haven't force-fed. So sharp your brains will be exposed for all to see like Lord Zed, cause there is nothing about you. Trust me, you ain't made for this. He can just rap, just that. How much more could I emphasize that this guy got caught slipping from the moment he thought he'd step to this? A big blade, it's a mistake, and I'll carve in cave like petroglyphs. Let's face facts. You fantasized, somehow you outclassing hypes. Listen, Pat, let's have it right. I am here to make a point and come down on cave like stalactites. No. Right now you know you fucked up and you deep in a mess. He knows it's peak to expect. Somehow he'd be a threat, but he'll play like he's prepped to receive what I've said, but he don't need to say it cause he reeks of regret. And with me, he will say I am easy at best, and he has exceeded levels that need to be met. It's like those old X-Men movies I've seen when you get Patrick acting like he can get into your head. I mean, you think you so cool, so smooth, you fool. I see cringe in its final form. Facebook bio, that's one that you can't ignore, so I don't have no big punchline. I just don't know what you'd write it for. Lyrical OG, sexy vegetarian, bearded horse, and the eyes of a minotaur.
Sexy bastard.
A sexy vegetarian caveman. Don't really make sense, does it though? You don't like beef, you don't want beef. Now here and now I'll have you know that I will follow you home tonight and beat you to death with a sausage roll, screaming I am not afraid of a guy who lives off leaves on porridge oats. Fuck you and your rabbit food. Fuck you and your rabbit food. You don't know how cross it made me when they infiltrated Greg's with those imposter pastries. That's the reason that I hate him. And I'm not doing this for laughs. And I'll make sure I forever leave my mark on cave like pictographs. Patrick Farrell. Yeah, we seen how quick his plan unraveled. He thought he'd win, I'm still baffled how he even made the channel. I sat down with Riot Club. Checklist. They said punchlines, I said no. Crazy angles, I said bro. He can rap, right? I said oh. He's got an album out, I said whoa. He's a rapper with an album out. Okay, outstanding, wow. How's that gonna help him? How? They said Sam, you've got this completely wrong. You should support the scene that we build among. So I bought a copy of River Dawn and used a case to skin up on. Hey. I can't tell you if the album is made of hits, but one thing I can say is this: if you lie it down, keep it straight, 10 out of 10 for making spliffs. I could go all day long and waste this kid, but he's already done. Look, he wants to go. So that's time. It's Sam Hypes, and trust me, you don't want this smoke. Hey.